Hey everybody, here we are with episode 3 of Katie's Corner. Woohoo! Today I am going to talk directly to my seniors who are getting close to graduating and have some plans for the future. So I'm going to go through each of the pathways, the work pathway, the military pathway, and then the college trade pathway, just to make sure that you've got all your boxes checked and you are ready for next year. So, my work people that are going to work, make sure you have these documents ready. So you're going to want your resume, possibly a cover letter, and 3 references. If you can get some letters of recommendation, that's always super helpful when you go to a job interview to have those in a portfolio or with you. So I recommend reaching out to some teachers or some people that you're close with in your family or some family friends that you're close with and see about getting a letter of recommendation from them. That will help a lot. If you haven't filled out any applications yet, that's going to be the next thing you want to do. You want to get started on those applications. I know right now is a weird time. Places might be closed, but if there are some factories or some other places that still are open that you are interested in working at, now would be the time. I know that a lot of people think a lot of jobs, there's no jobs right now, but there are a lot of jobs still in need, still essential workers they are hiring for. So keep that in mind. Depending on how long this goes, you might be able to start at an entry-level position and work your way up in a company that is still operating right now. So keep that in mind. If you are looking for somewhere to apprentice with and you haven't found that place yet, please get a hold of me ASAP. I can hook you up with some of the different apprentice programs. We are working on creating some specific apprentice programs through BACHS, but those aren't set up yet. So get a hold of me. I'll get you in touch with the state programs that are out there. So again, you can email me anytime, myersk@box.us, or my new number through Google Voice is 248-783-6053. You can call or text me there if you are interested in those apprenticeships and you don't know how to get started. So that's what I got for my work people. My military people, just keep in contact with your recruiters right now. They're going to update you on anything that's changing or might be different with, when you might go to basic training or any of that kind of stuff. You should have taken your ASVAB by now. If you haven't, talk to the recruiter again. I'm not sure what those testing sessions look like right now. So get in touch with your recruiters, basically, if you are going to the military. And then our big one, our college and our trade school kids. Most of you, if not all of you, already have your applications done for Delta or the trade program that you're interested in. Most of you, if not all of you, already have your FAFSA done. If you don't, you need to get that done like ASAP. Those should have been done back in February, so even before February. So if you don't have that FAFSA done, make sure you get that done. I'm pretty sure we went through everybody at school. Corbett did it with most of you guys. He filled out the student portion, and then some of you had a parent portion to do at home. If you are still stuck on that parent portion, please get a hold of me and I will help you get through that. Scholarships are starting to come in, so make sure that you're checking your emails and your mail. We had six big commitment recipients this year. They have all been notified and accepted their awards already. There should be the Oscar and Louise scholarship coming soon to somebody from BACHS. And then be on the lookout in your Delta email. If you applied for a Delta scholarship, that's where you're going to get information if you received that. So get back into your Delta email that you created when we created all those, or when we did those scholarship applications, and see if you've got any word, because those should be coming out very soon, if not within the next month or so. So keep an eye out for some scholarship awards that you might have applied for. The tuition incentive program is our next big one. I call that TIP. There is something you need to do for that, and so your FAFSA has to be filled out before you can even fill out the TIP application. The TIP application can be found on the web. If you Google MISSG Student Portal, that's going to take you to a screen where you're going to create an account, and then once you create that account, you're going to go in and then you just submit your TIP application. Everything should be pre-populated from the account you created. You shouldn't have to do much with the application, but you do need to hit submit on it. If that is too confusing for you right now and you're like, I just need a phone number to call so I can get this TIP thing done, have your social security number ready and call 1-888-447-2687. That is the phone number to call to get that TIP program. You can also call to see if you're eligible. So if you're unsure, you're like, I don't know if I'm eligible for this, make sure you call and see if you are eligible. I do get a list, so you can also email me, but if you transferred in this year, I don't have that information. So if you've been with us prior to the 1920 school year, I can tell you if you're eligible for TIP and if your application has been completed or not. But if not, just call the number or get into the MISSG student portal and you will see there if you're eligible as well. That's huge. It's going to cover all tuition at Delta. It couples with the Pell Grant. You'll get a little bit more of a refund check if you do get TIP and Pell together. So the next thing I want to talk about is that Pell Grant. You may have to accept that Pell Grant through Delta. So again, watch your email. There'll be some things for financial aid that you need to accept from Delta. You might have to go to a little orientation for whatever grant that you might be getting, just so you understand how that money works. And just again, I know we've talked about it a lot, but all that Pell money, all that scholarship money, all that TIP money, that all goes to Delta College into your account. When you have registered and it's time for payment, Delta will look at that account. It will take whatever it needs out of that account to pay your tuition. Whatever is left in that account, you'll get a little student ID and you'll be able to go to the bookstore and purchase your books with whatever is left in that account. And you can purchase anything at the bookstore. So I do recommend maybe one piece of college gear if you've got the money for it. It's kind of fun to wear and it makes you feel very proud. And so my favorite college gear sweatshirt I brought out, it's my University of Kentucky alumni sweatshirt. It is my favorite thing of my college gear because it shows that I graduated from UK, which is a big spot of my life where I'm very proud that I completed that. So maybe a piece of gear might be something you purchase with that money. A computer might be something else you purchase with that money. I recommend whatever money is left in there. Let me backwards. Whatever money is left in that account after you've purchased everything around either November or about April of each semester, you will get a refund check of whatever's left in there. So some of you are going to be looking at $1,000 refund check each quarter if you got full Pell. Some of you that got Pell scholarships and tips and tip money, you might be looking at upwards of $2,000 to $3,000 in a refund check. Save that money. Don't go spending that on some new clothes or something, or your hair or your nails. Try to save that money, because if you end up going anywhere after Delta College, your Pell Grant is not going to cover all of your tuition anymore. You're going to have to pay something out of pocket or take a loan. So in order to maybe not take that loan, you want to save whatever money you get in a refund check. So open a savings account, put it in there, don't touch it. Maybe you're going to keep a little bit out for transportation, for gas, for bus passes. Totally understandable. But think about, only spend that money on what you really, really need for school, and then try to save the rest. That's my huge piece of advice for you there. Take it or leave it, but if you take it, it will help you if you need anything after Delta College, after your 2 years there. Okay, that kind of takes care of all the money part of it. The other checkbox you want to make sure you've got checked is that you have orientation scheduled. That's where you're going to also do registration. I know some of you had orientation scheduled, but that might have got changed. You're going to want to contact our rep, Stacy Abbs, or you can contact me and I'll contact Stacy for you. If you want to just email Stacy directly about setting up an orientation and registration time, her email is staceyabbs@delta.edu, and I can email you that as well. So again, use my Google Voice number 248-783-6053. Shoot me a text and I will email Stacy for you if you are unsure about if you're scheduled for orientation and registration. Some of you have completed that already though, so more power to you. Hopefully you got on when that registration opened up and you registered, because classes will fill up pretty quick. I know that they are offering a lot more online options for the fall. We'll see how that goes. Everything's kind of in limbo right now if we'll all be back in seat in classes or not. Hopefully we are. fingers crossed that we're able to be in classrooms in the fall. And so just keep an eye out on that for if you need to change your registration to an online class, if you feel more comfortable sticking with online through the fall. All right. I got my notes again. If you haven't noticed, I'm looking down a lot. Again, don't forget in July and August to check your Delta account on your Delta portal for that Pell Grant and scholarships and all those things you got, all that money you got awarded. Make sure that it's in there. If it's not, contact the financial aid office at Delta and have them help you figure out what's going on with some of that. Some of you may have got mailed some pieces of paper home that you have to fill out in order for your Pell Grant to process. So if you were a independent student, if you were classified as that, there is probably a piece of paperwork that you may get mailed home or emailed to fill out. Usually Stacy tells me who those people are, so if she sends me that email, I'll make sure to get with you and make sure that you understand how to fill that paperwork out. Again, August is going to be that time to buy your books, so just make sure once you get all set sometime in mid-August, probably get in there to the bookstore at Delta and purchase your books, and you should be all set. So I think I covered everything, so I just want to go over the check boxes for Delta one more time. So it's the Delta College application, the financial aid FAFSA, that's at fafsa.gov, that's completed. Your orientation and registration is scheduled or completed. You've registered for classes. You're checking your Delta account to see if your money is in there. That's around the July-August time frame. And then in August, you're going and buying your books. And then hopefully you're setting foot in your classroom late August when school starts, or September, whenever that is. So pay attention to that too, because I obviously don't know the start date. So pay attention to that start date. If you are not going to Delta, get a hold of me. I can help you with whatever applications you're having trouble with to whatever colleges you're looking for. I know there's a few of you that are going to go maybe out of state or somewhere else. So get a hold of me if you need any help with that process. Again, I've got my email, myersk@bacs.us. So that's myersk@bachs.us. You can find me on Facebook Messenger, Katie Myers. Or you can contact me through my Google Voice number, and you can use that just using your regular texting or calling, and that number is 248-783-6058. So I hope you all are getting excited. I know a lot of you are getting done. A couple of you only have a few more E2020 classes to go. Some of you have some online sessions to join. Keep working hard. We hope to see all of you soon. We will let you know when we get diplomas in and how we plan on distributing those, as well as cap and gowns. And as soon as we know when that ceremony will be, we will be sure to let you know. So check your mail, check your email, check your voicemails, because we'll be getting a hold of you when we figure out all that information. So hope all you seniors are doing well, and if you need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. I'll talk to you soon. Signing off. Bye-bye.